now with this new facet, with the Sand King facet, and with all these things being changed up. So let's see how that matchup ends up actually going here for Niku. As Navi getting absolutely everything they want. But I will say Tundra, they did get more early game as well, I would say, this time around than last time. Just having the Undying and the Shadow Demon and Crystallis being able to join fights with Nature's Prophet early. Probably some stronger early game, but Navi's is really strong. Constant ways to fight.
Because if Niku does get a good start to this, isn't it pretty difficult for Tundra to kill a Timbersaw?
I'm thinking the same
that gets
thing.
ahead?
I'm thinking the exact same thing. That's why, what were the last two bans? I was going to mention this actually.
From Tundra or NAVI?
From Tundra. Do you remember?
What were they banning out? They were banning out...
Oh, wait, why did I say from NAVI? My bad.
So the last two bans from NAVI, they were banning out the Miz. They banned out the Leshrac and the Quap.
And that's two massive spell... Thank you, that's reminding me. The two massive spell damage nukers that they're kind of lacking right now versus the Timbersaw potential in the later stages of the game, right? Like, early game right now, their damage can be pretty slow to ramp up. So this Timber could absolutely become pretty unkillable. Like, Lesh and Quap are the two highest overall damage dealers in terms of that case, so...
Oh, have a look. Unfortunate pause here. Is this a dead Undying? I think so, right?
I think so.
These three heroes should be able to get him.
They use the Thunder... yeah, I think
should be dead, right?
Yeah, does look like it. He's going to get a 3-man decay and live.
I mean, that is the thing. He's going to have the big decay and have a few stick charges, obviously, once they throw this down.
Let's see where he goes. No, he's not.
No?
Do they not skill the... They skill the Shackles, we got sprouted. Okay, so...
they'll get it.
I was like, Science, he didn't cast it. He got greedy with the right click, but didn't matter. And they'll be able to block the wave. So that wave, it's going to likely be under the tower. Crystallis, he's going to immediately run out to try to catch the wave.
We're trying to hold that one, yeah.
So it doesn't go under his tower. See if he's able to do so. Meanwhile, bottom, Sox is doing the exact same thing. This is just what people do.
And how are these side lanes looking? Is anybody going to struggle in these matchups?
Let's see. Perhaps the Magnus top, just because of the Undying factor, but let's see if Zayats is able to do the work of trading with an Undying, because it is one of the better heroes in terms of trading with Undying, because you have crazy high base damage. And it's important to point out, too, is he did go chicken fingers, Owen, so most people are going for the, the Giga Ward.
Yeah,
but I think this one is because of the laning phase in particular, that he wants to be able to trade more effectively with an Undying.
Let's see how well of a lane he can set up for PMA.
Yeah, they have a good position right now already. Like this is a very good position here for Navi because the lane's pushing. Double range creep. PMA is going to be very happy when you have that happen versus an Undying. I'll be glancing at the mid lane a lot. I feel like BZM is going to get away. He's going to be fine in here.
It just depends if the kind of the nukes from Niku add up too much for him. But yeah, we're seeing already the kind of the cost stick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, is that you can harass back pretty decently inside the laning phase. And it's very unlikely that you do get hit from the double Whirling Deaths. That's usually the only way you die as a mid laner. A mid melee versus a Timbersaw is if he does get that second whirling on you.
Bottom lane. So far on the CS, 6-1 on Bristle.
They're going aggro.
If they didn't have enough damage to kill him, it's a lot of quill sprays there in return, so they have to be a bit careful.
It's
got the juice.
The damage.
He's just gets the stick charges, but he's dead.
6 stacks.
Oof. Got to be a bit more careful about how they go about trying to take down the Bristle. 33 survives.
They didn't really have to go for that either. They're farming fine. I guess someone made the call that they could try for it, maybe Riddies, and just not doing the numbers right. Zayats.
They'll get the courier, but they'll almost certainly get his life.
Yeah, I think this is what Tundra's looking to do in this game, is just have much stronger lanes in particular. Actually have kill threats as well, too, as we see up top. Lane for PMA. Still in a very good position, especially because the Tombstone is actually going to push it out even more. As we see it, I think it got onto 2 of the creeps, too. So it should push forward for him. But getting them some self-kills. Okay, it's actually, so, yeah, interesting to say, Niku's actually the one cutting the wave, or attempting to drag the wave away from the Sand King. He doesn't want to sit in the Sandstorm. And BZM going to throw him a high five because he actually caught the wave himself.
I mean, probably means that this mid will just what continue to see BZM be slightly ahead.
Yeah, does.
But Niku's still going to be able to grab and get the farm. Unlikely that we see anyone from Tundra make any early move over towards him.
Yep. But BZM will have an extra couple CS, absolutely. And all 3 lanes, yeah, looking really good right now.
I mean, bottom lane might start to get kind of tricky for the Doom.
Yep, teleport coming in. He's stuck.
He's very stuck between the disruptions and the Sprout.
Soxa did it himself. Sick disruption.
And they could keep doing this. This bottom lane is going to start getting pretty tough for Got the Juice to turn up to.
Hey, that's probably perhaps also why they were like, we're putting that Bristle in the off lane. It's a Bristle versus a Doom. So those squills can absolutely start to stack up. Chrysalis, he gets his TP canceled from the Glimpse.
Yeah, we'll still be able to get through the Twin Gate.
Yep. Top.
Trying to go for Toby. We'll get one more decay off.
PMA now potentially in trouble also.
Chrysalis is in with the backup, and with the Tombstone down, Na'Vi have got to run.
They're actually both going down.
He's dead, and indeed with the zombies building up against PMA. We have the stick charges, but the decay is there. That's a rough one. Both of these side lanes getting hit pretty hard.
I mean, absolute disaster. Going for the solo kill onto the Undying, and he kills you both. Whew. Mid lane going fantastic as well. So yeah, all three lanes at the moment in favor for Tundra.
Now, seemingly set something up really good here this time.
Yeah. With
the matchups.
Oh, and look at 33. He's going for, is this the old school? What was his name again? Dota-sama, whatever it was?
Yep, Dota-sama.
Yeah, right. He's going for the Perseverance first item with the no bracer to be able to stay on the map, stay in the lane as long as possible. Yeah, the Dota-sama build in particular, it was like the Lincolns into the Glimmer every single game on the Bristlebacks. Things changed, of course, but maybe he does go some route like that again in this game because it does feel very valuable with what he's playing against. He's getting disrupted bottom again. Got the juice.
They're going to go straight for him. The Sprout's down. The stick charges to keep him alive. It does have a Lotus and a Tango at the ready as well, so this time we'll survive.
He's not getting much out of this lane, Owen.
It's not easy.
He's... Okay, he'll be able to get himself out of this one. Missing out on another full wave, though. Catapult will hit the tower as well.
And next time...
Mid lane.
They're getting to get the kill. So Na'Vi able to put the pressure on there. Whilst the side lanes do continue to suffer. I mean, top lane PMA's got to be careful.
That's probably going to be what they have to do is just play around Nico since he's got the chakram, he's got this level 6. He has good kill threat on, honestly, on all three core zone.
And because this is the thing, right? Next time round that sort of dive happens down bottom, if Nico is in position to TP and clean up, he can turn up and punish.
Absolutely. He's probably the one to look at for this early game now that these other lanes have gone a bit disastrously. And yeah, he has great kill threat on all these cores, so if he can close the gap with that chakram, it's very threatening. I made sure our obs did not miss that kill. Did you like that, by the way? Just scream out mid lane. No missing kills for the boys. Pulls, 30 seconds, Wisdom Rune. Or Shrine of Wisdom. Here comes Niku. Coming toward that bottom lane. Riddy's setting up with the glimpse.
Gonna indeed have that glimpse.
No kinetic field, but the damage.
It's a lot of burst. Saxa, can he do anything to help out here? He's going to step forward, and indeed it's enough to sort of scare them off from continuing to try for the kill on 33.
Yeah, not enough burst there.
Same time, it is around the 7-minute wisdoms. So Na'Vi, they are going to have to deal with the fact that Tundra, they're going to be able to secure both of them for themselves. So Ice is trying to fight, but Toby's got the backup of BZM.
Oh, it's devastating. Devastating for Navi. Losing 2 lanes, losing both of your shrines. That's going to be so painful for these supports.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty experienced starved.
Yep. Experienced starved and just, money starved because they lost the lanes too.
Yeah.
So. Juice. Juice actually isn't as, I mean, he's poor, don't get me wrong, but Crystallis is also almost as poor as he is in a way. 3,000 net worth for the P, but both of these heroes do have fast ways to accelerate their farm, either from the Wrath of Nature or from that Devour. So it should recover in time. Crystallis has hit 6 though, so can continue to join a lot easier, either with the TP or just with the Wrath. That extra burst could definitely come into play, the Wrath of Nature, even looking to maybe pop Niku in some situations, so we'll keep tabs of how big of Wrath of Natures he does get off.
TP coming in on the mid from Toby. He'll hold back on it, Saxa. Already with the disruption used, didn't have any further way to set up. So Na'Vi will be fine.
Arcane Rune at the ready for BZM.
So pretty hard
goes in.
for them to commit onto Niku. Killing the Timber is not an easy job for Tundra.
No. There's actually NAVI who are the ones attempting to perhaps go for that play there onto BZM, but Saksa in the area. BZM, is he looking to invade triangle here, check some stacks, or is he going to actually just look for the gank? Looks like they want to walk in.
Entering into this high ground, though, is a bit tricky when Niku's around.
He's going to start working on it. He's got the Arcane Rune as well, too. So that cooldown is going to come up really quickly for him to move with the Sandstorm.
To get a few of those big ones there. BZM now off to the side. Toby drops the Tombstone. Get the decay off, and a big Nature's Wrath comes crashing through as well. Riddies is in trouble, and Toby survives. He's able to walk this off. PMA's going to try and chase him down. Will finally get him, but not before they lose 2 heroes themselves, Navi, beyond the tower.
And Toby just instantly respawns anyway since he's an Undying.
And BZM can weigh out this Doom. It's not going to kill him.
Nope. Oh, big plays. I mean, Tundra, every single one of these moves is really hitting. They try to go for killing this Tombstone, but then the Wrath of Nature bounces through. How much did that do? Quite a lot.
Should be able to have a chance of getting sacks at him.
They've got the skewer.
And BZM was considering if he could do anything to try and help out, but it's not going to be the case. Does help PMA get that little bit closer towards that Blink Dagger, about 1,700 gold towards it.
He's actually quite rich. He's going to have it quite a bit earlier than I anticipated. And that's actually pretty big. In terms of how he can catch like the Nature's Prophet, if he does get an early Blink Dagger, it is threatening. Crystal's, the thing is, Nature's Prophet will just show in other lanes, or in other places, so he won't really get caught from the Magnus. But
this wrap around top, I mean, Zyx is trying to get the angle onto Crystallis.
He's got the wards.
He's going to find him.
He's going to drop him.
TPs are coming in. Just trying to protect himself here with a Sprout. Riddy's coming in the side with the Thunder Strike. They have the defensive destruction buying some time for him. PMA is trying to step forward. He'll have to skew away from Crystallis. Crystallis will die. PMA gets the shockwave off. The poisons are stacking up. 33 chases the Magnus down. PMA will fall, but ultimately Na'Vi, they'll get the double for Niku. Can they get away from 33? Looks like they should be able to split and survive. Maybe Zyx ends up getting caught here because BZM is TPing over. They're going to try and find him in the trees.
He's got Tranquils. He'll get fast in this for a second.
And they have the glimpse.
He should be fine.
Yeah, between the two of them. He can have the stick charges. He doesn't even need it. He can just wait out the mana for the TP.
Oh, just kidding. Crystallis is here. All right, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, no chance for TP now. The BZM's in and are ready with the Burrow Strike. So they'll get him at the end of it all. But Navi definitely with that, able to still find something from that aggression, diving the tower.
Oh, definitely. They got quite a bit there. I mean, got the juice, got some space also to get closer to his Midas. He still is, honestly, he's still super poor. Crystallis has fully recovered himself. This Doom, not quite the case yet, but some time bought for Navi with that play.
And next fight, they will have this Blink Dagger on PMA, and of course didn't use the RP in that last engagement, so they'll have the Blink ult potential. Still not quite having the 6 yet on Riddies, which is going to be quite an important thing. Once that's there, they've got a lot of follow-up, right? Between the Blink RP and then the Static Storm and the Doom. It's a lot to deal with if it gets thrown down onto one of the cores of Tundra.
Man, you know what, honestly, too, Navi is a very honest way of playing forward. They don't go Dominator. They don't go Dominator Magnus. They went Dominator Anti-Mage, but
they did.
They didn't go the Dominator on the Magnus that we've seen, I think, a couple games so far.
Yeah, we had it, but Amar had a very good game with the Dominator into Blink.
I honestly, in like these type of situations, when you know your Doom is suffering so much, I feel like this is the play where you're going to go try to make some space probably for him. But it all depends on team to team. So
clear at the stack. This is going to pretty much keep got the juices Midas gold.
Yeah, he's got it done.
Now, do they want to go smoke up and look for a play? Because 6 has also been hit now on Riddies, so they have the full combo to follow up PMA's Blink Initiation.
Not really the healthiest, though. PMA is less than half HP, and Juice has nothing, so maybe they have to wait, heal up, and then potentially look for it there. Got the Juice gets spotted by this ward for a second there, and he shows 200 HP. I don't know if they're going to make a move on him, but he did show under that ward on the far left with 200 health.
There's one thing they've definitely got going right, Niku in a good spot on the Timber. He could probably feel pretty safe walking out on the map in most places, right?
Yes, absolutely. At this point, unless they have the Sanking, he's pretty safe on Niku.
They'll find him here in the trees. The kill here for BZM. 3-1 and 2 so far.
Double 10. Keeping himself matched up versus Niku in terms of net worth and experience with these rotations. Yeah, I think BZM just, the only way they kill the Timber Saw is if BZM's there right now.
Yeah, they
he gets that epicenter.
Yep.
Niku.
And PMA's making his way down. Saxa could be in trouble. Riddies He's going to have the glimpse to try and drag him back. They'll drop the Static Storm for this one. Niku brings in the burst damage. It's going to be Saxa dead.
Even showing PMA, I mean, displaying that they have that Blink Dagger finished just to go for that type of kill. 33. Is he about to have it done? Yeah, he is. He's about to have that Lotus actually finished up, so rather than going for that Lincolns that we used to see, the Lotus definitely feels very effective this game versus the Shaman and that Doom.
I mean, they can smoke up and go again here.
They are.
Navi. They still have the RP, the Doom.
Maybe expect it. Probably looking for BZM or Crystal, I would imagine.
One of those would be the big ones, absolutely.
Yeah.
If they can slow down.
Looks like it's attempted for BZM because they're looking to play around that power rune. Maybe they wait and try to bait it. Just kidding. Niku's just going to grab it. They're going to go to Forest. BZM shows.
He jumps. He's taking the bait. He tried to go in upon them. There's the RP into the skewer. And that's BZM gone. Zayat's with the bait, and BZM falls for it. Toby's going to get caught here by the shackles. He'll drop the tombstone, but they'll easily be able to kill him off and just farm the tombstone on top of it.
Well, Toby just walked in and gave a ton of gold. Actually, he just gave, what, 700 gold to the team? It looked like the call was already made. Like, Saxa was already completely out of there when BZM gone on.
That's a bit rough. And
surprising he finished that TP.
And those timings there now, I pretty much as soon as that happened, you know, Niku, he's got a Blink Dagger on the way out. Zayat has got one as well.
Wait, what? Zayat has a... Wait, what? He is farmed. That is dangerous for sure.
Like, this is a lot of jump. You know, they have so much jump on lockdown. The catch, it's absolutely there for NAVI. And as long as kind of what Niku is around, they will have the burst.
Wow, I mean, that's crazy how fast. As a 0-5 Shadow Shaman? Holy moly, yeah, 16. Yeah, he just got super rich in the last few minutes. Sure. Absolute dream for Zayats, getting so much. And they have Static Storm back available, so they could look to go for another play. And on the meanwhile, got the juice. He's gotten that space. He's recovering. Devour plus Midas kicking in.
Yeah. And I guess this is the thing, right? When you look at both of the lineups, especially at this point with these Blinks online, and Navi, they've got many heroes that can kind of start a play, whereas with Tundra, they kind of need BZM, right?
Yeah,
BZM, he's the one to start off the action. The rest of them can kind of walk in, you know, to the fight. But when it comes to Blink, Stun, Jump, it's all on BZM. So if BZM kind of gets caught in those situations where he takes the bait or he gets found first, it's so much harder for Tundra to get a surprise jump onto Na'Vi as opposed to all of the options Na'Vi's heroes have.
Absolutely, and I was literally about to mention this, and I think Saxa needs a Blink Dagger, right? Because as we're seeing in these fights, the repositioning that happens after the initiation, how is the SD or the Undying going to save?
Oh, and bottom, that's the Epi. PMA's able to get away from it.
Oh, he didn't blink, but he doesn't feel like he needs to.
He's got backup, and he's got Blink RP in a second. Tundra's got to get away from him. Jump forward. There's the Blink RP onto BZM. He's caught by the shackles. Saxa's going to try and step up, but he can't get in range for the save in time.
Crystallis.
Tundra, can they fight back? Static Storm's going to get dropped down upon him. Niku, he's in on top of him, but Crystallis has hit him pretty hard. Niku will fall. Crystallis gets the kill.
He's alive.
See if he can get out of this. He should be fine. Nothing else for Na'Vi able to throw down upon him. So Crystallis turning up just when necessary there with that Mjolnir, having enough to take Niku down.
Very well played there from Crystallis to show up, showing how strong he is with the Mjolnir too, right? The static charge throws it onto himself.
Yeah, popping off.
Inside of that static storm, it did a ton of damage. I don't think Niku expected to go down there to this.
Yeah.
They did overlap a bit though, Na'Vi. The initial jump there, the RP was not necessary. They already got the jump from Zayats, they got the Hex and the control, so not saving that RP ends up actually hurting them a bit for the further scenario.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close game though, 10-14.
It is.
A lot of kills this time too. I think a lot of games that I've seen have been like 3-6 or 5-6. We have 24 kills in 17 minutes. This is quite exciting so far. Both teams being very active, looking for the fights. The old cooldowns soon to all be back up.
About halfway in onto the Aghanims. I mean, definitely, you know, in the next moments though, the next sort of fights that Tundra go for, they've got to be a bit more careful around BZM, right? Saxa has to be closer, or BZM can't get caught out as he has been the last two plays. Sure, last one they were able to redeem it with Crystallis turning up, but even then it was very close. Crystallis got very, very low, so that they have to ensure that BZM is not getting caught out as he has been the last two times.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Honestly, if Na'Vi didn't make those little mistakes there, right, with some of their spell sequences, then they could have potentially probably lost Crystallis as well, so. BZM will look to defend. He slowed down the push a decent amount here. Fair bit of damage though from these
Serpent Wards are still doing a fair bit.
Yeah, he got, I mean, almost almost the entire tower here from that. And Zayats, yeah, he's very rich. Going for the lens next. Carrying those smokes, ready to make the moves. Looks like they, on the side of Navi, waiting perhaps for that next item timing. Niku is about to have a BKB.
Oh, the 33's considering starting off the Roshan.
They're scouting.
This is not an easy Rosh to go for.
No.
Like, but Navi have the ults up.
Niku's not really the most healthy on mana, though, and it looks like he wants to finish the BKB before looking for any fight, so they might just give this up.
I guess so. It does look like Navi's not going to be getting here in time.
Yep.
Yeah, with the Goose stacks up and Crystal's coming in with the punches, they actually do take it pretty quickly. So Tundra, they'll get that Aegis secured easily on Crystallis.
Heads up play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Navi, that's a choice, right? They're like, they could go to try to fight around there, but they're waiting for these items. PMA, the Ags was coming out in the courier. The BKB was finishing up for the Timber. Got the juice also. I mean, I don't think he was going near anything extra in particular, but looks like they didn't want to risk their timings to go for a fight that they didn't feel confident in.
They'll be able to finish off the tier 1 bottom, but finding a team fight will be a little more complicated with that Aegis on Crystallis. As we saw earlier, you know, he turns up. Sure, even if you're able to kill him twice, he's going to get so much damage out before you're able to take him down 2 times.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get caught completely separate, the Sun just die twice because of the crazy catch that Navi has with the glimpse. And they do place this deep vision, so they did get in and sneak into the triangle there and place a high ground ward. So that could actually potentially catch people rotating. Tundra, they're going to look to just set up for that Tormentor. Does that ward see it? Yeah, I think it saw them for a moment.
So though with this Bristle, they can take these objectives very, very quickly.
Yeah, no way to get there in time to contest.
That's quite a nice one as well. So what's this? The shard here for Toby.
He gets the free save.
Exactly right. That's what they're looking for. So now they have that on top of the disruption, and also very close to having the Greaves as well done by Toby. So a lot of ways to protect you know, heroes like BZM if he is getting caught at the start of the fight.
Interesting. Interesting that he goes to finish the Greaves. Not really anything in particular. He's like dispelling, right? Like at all. I guess it's just he wants the extra benefit from the Grieve when they get low. On top of anything, is it just the frequency you can use it? But interesting. Ag's done for the Sand King.
And the BKB on the other side here for Got the Juice.
Okay. I mean, Navi, they hit the 3 timings that they wanted to. So they're going to look for a fight, even though they're into this Aegis.
Oh, BZM. He's going to drop the Epi just on Riddies.
Oh, all right. They go for another target here.
Got the Juice has got the BKB if he feels threatened. He's holding on to Precedent now. Jump for PMA. He'll get the Horn Toss here on it. 2 of them skewer back into the RP. Got the Juice, punch the BKB. BZM's he's gone. The damage is done. Tundra, they're going to try and fight on underneath the tier 2, but the wards are dropped down. Zayat's blocking them off. Static Storm as well, trapping Toby. Niku comes in with the damage to cut him down.
Navi is defending this tower very well.
And they might not see if they can get anything more here, Navi. Just going for the TP out, he'll make it away. But Navi, knowing that they can try and go for this sort of action, even though it's Tundra having the Aegis on their carry. I mean, BZM, he really wanted that Disruptor dead, but again, it's another fight where he ends up dead on the Sand King.
Overcommitment for sure. They just get an easy catch onto him there. A buyback come out from Riddies, but either way.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
PMA.
Actually, a dieback from Riddies, to be honest. He dies almost instantly right afterwards. And he did glimpse the Bristle back away when he was held down, so a little slight mistake there, but Navi, they know their strength when they have these timings of items. They know that their draft is very, very powerful to fight, even into Aegis. Tundra got to be a little more careful. That also was the reveal of that Aghanims, so now they do know that that Horn Toss is up and going. Got the juice. You saw right there the damage that he can do. On top of him being empowered and the Alpha Wolf, one attack took BZM down, I think, like half of his HP.
Yeah, they've got pretty excellent burst.
They do.
In terms of different damage types coming in between the Doom and the Timbersaw to follow up on these setups from PMA.
Riddies, I'm surprised he's walking over here without attempting for a D ward first, because he just died here. And he'll confirm that there is that ward there. And he'll play with his life again. I thought he might know that that one was there, but maybe he thought it was further south since he placed the sentry there. But what? He's got a PMA. There you go.
We do have RP back up. Looks like, I mean, With the disruptor dead, they probably just have to let this tier 2 go.
Yeah, it looks like they're dropping it. They were set up potentially for bottom if someone came in, but it's Crystallis who still has the Aegis, so won't be able to go for that kill. And Crystallis actually will just farm all of the Serpent Wards there, so extra influx of gold for him.
Yeah, he's going to start getting pretty out of control, Crystallis.
Yep.
He's going to have a lot of space on the map to freely farm, top net worth, and unless they can find some sort of solid fight or jump, it's difficult for Na'Vi to close that gap.
Yeah, he's got top net worth, and he has some really good heroes that can pull the attention to them, right? He's got the Bristle, the Sanking, the Undying that are going to force spells on.
But do they want to make the jump on 33? They're going to try. With the skewer back into the Doom, it's a very easy kill for them to have. Toby's got to be careful, steps up, drops a Decay and a Tombstone. And I don't know if he's getting out of this one. There's a Thunderstrike upon him. He's going to get the backup of Crystallis. Crystallis TPing in, tries to get the Sprout to Riddies, but Riddies is able to break his way out of it. Niku with the remainder of his BKB can also Timber Chain away. So Toby will survive.
Okay,
off the side, BZM, he's in with the epicenter jump onto Zayats. Zayats will fall.
PMA was thinking about jumping in and going for Crystallis, but didn't have the horn toss up just yet. Didn't actually go for it. That Bristle died in an instant, and by the way, this is before Hexbreak is online.
Very much shown. They can kill 33 very easily.
Yeah.
Does still mean, though, as we saw in that situation, when they do drop the spells down onto the Bristle, Crystallis, he's more than ready to assess the situation.
Yeah.
Knows he can turn up and have very little to interrupt him. Sure, didn't quite get the kills that he was hoping for, but was very secure in how he turned up. And once things have been thrown on the Bristle, there's not a lot left to target the Nature's Prophet with, which in future fights could get a bit scary for Na'Vi if they don't hold something back ready for when Crystallis TP's in.
That's exactly what I was going to say, right? Like, the Doom was absolutely unnecessary there. He died in a fraction of a second. So I think in these further situations, I think Juice is going to save it either for BZM or probably for Crystallis in most situations now. Level 13 on Zayat, so 2 levels until Hexbreak is online versus that Bristleback, of course. And how's the BKB? PMA pretty close to it. All right, maybe never mind. Maybe they will actually have to throw that Doom onto the Bristle, because now he went BKB. So now it actually might force the issue of having that, since they won't be able to just throw the spells up from the Timber onto him. So I like this itemization actually from 33 this time around. Glad to see him not building Dominator. Honestly, it's like it's been so many games that I've seen him do it now, that just seeing more of a more normal thing.
Yeah, not a single Dominator this game, right?
Nope.
Dominator free this time.
This is nice, honestly. It's quite relaxing. Niku, Mystical Whispers of the Dread. Very nice for him, and an amp damage and level 18. His damage spike has gone up massively, and he's got the Aghanims, so if he does see somebody, he could just insta-pop them here with the damage burst. Someone gonna show?
No, it was close to that.
Yeah. It does, if he actually connects with anyone there with the amp damage, it's like 2,000 plus damage, because it's 800 plus amp plus your double chakrams and whirling, so you can effectively just insta-kill somebody if you time it perfectly.
Na'Vi looking for a smoke opportunity. Can they actually find anyone though? Tundra in pretty safe spots.
Do they have the timing yet though? Because I remember they were like very close to the BKB on PMA. It looks like they're making the move before he has it done. He's selling the bracer, but it's gonna take a moment for it to come out to him.
So if they can catch anyone around the tier 2 mid. Tundra, who are they gonna show? At the moment, just safely trying to clear the wave with Saxa.
Tundra seems to know this is up. Looking at their posture on the map at the moment. Saxa starting to inch forward here.
Yeah, mate, look at the opportunity. Boots back now onto 33. Na'Vi not quite finding the angle they hoped for.
Okay, I mean, the Shadow Demon ult is pretty important, I would say, in this game, especially versus Niku, to get rid of that reactive armor. So they don't have that up for the next 60 seconds if they do want to make a play onto him.
They are super close to the Silver Edge on Got the Juice.
Oh, dude, he's starting to get pretty scary. The damage that he's going to do versus a lot of these heroes is insane, because he's got that level advantage. The level pain really starts to add up when you've got this plus Empower plus the Alpha Wolf.
Same to be said though for Crystallis, so he's just finished his full Daedalus.
This is going to be some crazy damage if they're able to connect onto each other.
Yeah, somebody's got to have the jump ready for Chrysalis when he turns up to the fight. If he gets to just sort of stand there and right-click away, this Nature's Prophet is going to be pretty beautiful for Tundra. If
he can turret, he can absolutely do it. And like we said before, he does have some pretty good heroes that are going to be absorbing the spells on the front line. And they do have a BKB now for BZM, so quite a bit safer. Level 18 also has been hit for him, so max Epi online.
Definitely looking for action themselves, Tundra.
Not level 20 yet, looking to invade Riddies.
Tundra's heading in.
Even Riddies is a big kill because he's got the gem.
Toby is ready to get the vision down. For Saxon, not quite able to get the disruption onto Got the Juice whilst he was under the sentry.
Now they might smoke themselves after that. They are.
Especially around this sort of timing, Roshan. There's going to be a point of contest for both of these teams.
Hey, they're starting it. Navi looking for the wraparound here.
Yeah, Toby trying to sort of block off any sort of smoke play from the trees, but Navi's going to be able to make their way around it. PMA tries for the blind horn toss, not going to find anyone.
They have a ward there, so they did see PMA.
Niku is going to show as well now.
Tombstone dropped already, very early on a low ground.
Toby's going to walk into this.
Hey, whoa. Like he respawns, right? He's got it up, so he is back, but doesn't have Tombstone. That was very aggressive from Toby.
Probably someone on the team was like, bro, go out there, check if they're there. And then he's like, yep, they're there.
I guess so, yeah. Been dropping the Tombstone too. Even though he's back, his Tombstone's not going to be back for 50 seconds. And that's going to break a bit of this positioning. They do get the lane shoved in.
And they're going to fall back from the Roshan.
But they're setting up for the bottom Roshan, right? It's gonna
that's true. You're right. Okay. Navi themselves ready to start TPing over one by one to get over.
Okay, so this is cool. They're going to look to still contest for this Rosh from this angle. It looks like that is going to be the case from them. Oh, Toby. Look at his positioning right now. Tombstone back up in 20 seconds for him.
All right, getting some good info. Oh, clearing out some of the trees. But
Niku.
BZM's looking to go. Some of the Boros strike onto Niku. At the same time, Toby's ready to jump out here with the ult to try and chase them down, but he's going to get surrounded. Static Storm down onto the two of them. Toby will try and get his way out on the heal up with the creeps. He'll live. He's caught in the Sprout. Chrysalis has the damage easily to take out the carry doom, and now they're ready to turn and chase for more. BZM jumps forward in with the BKB. They're going to catch on to Zayats. Riddies, he's going to offer the TP out, but Sprout's down onto Zayats. Zayats gets caught as well by Chrysalis. Niku will be able to run away. But as we're seeing, Chrysalis can find his spot in the fight. He will clean up any of these cores very, very quickly.
This was a nice one there from Toby, right? This one, he's in a prime position, pops the ult, just runs in. He forced, what, 2-3 spells onto himself, and then he just sees the Doom. Chrysalis gets him trapped. He's stuck, literally the worst possible place for the Doom to be in. Stuck between all the trees and then sprouted.
Roshan will be theirs. Chrysalis.
Now he's got protection of Aegis as well versus these big ultimates. And almost a satanic Niku.
He's got to respect the damage here of this Nature's Prophet.
He truly does.
Oh, one toss. Quick catch on a Sax. He'll get the defensive disruption off, and Chrysalis is ready. TP and aggressively looks towards Riddy. PMA will hold him back with the RP, but they have to run Navi. They're not going to get the chance. BZM's in with the Burrow Strike onto Niku. PMA is able to get the skewer off. Timber chains back up. And the chase continues. Saxa dropping the ult onto Niku. BKB's there, but the Timber Chain's not going to catch it. He's going to try for the TP out, but the right clicks are too much. Chrysalis cleans up another.
Was he short on the chain? I guess so. He just didn't hit the tree. Ends up going down because of that one. Tundra now blowing the game open.
Yeah, they're getting a lot. Lead. And these hits are only going to get harder because the AC is pretty much done on 33, so you add that into the mix as well. You just can't stand anywhere near this Nature's Prophet. No. You have to get something thrown down on him. They'll catch him in with a horn toss.
Let's see if the tier 4 does.
Back, but Saxon's in with a disruption. Drop the Serpent Wards down. Chrysalis, he's ready to fight them under the tier 4. Heal it up as well. Got the juice. He's going to die through the BKB. He's dead for 80. They can't deal with the Prophet.
How's got the juice popping his Satanic to fight, but he couldn't hit anything.
And there's the jump. BZM in with the BKB episode. He catches both the supports. That side to Riddy's gone as well.
How quick things have just accelerated. Chrysalis 8-1-10. Pretty much flawless performance from him.
I'd say this mid set of racks, maybe even the top one as well. They can't go for the bottom. Tier 2 still there. They could try and threaten the game maybe. They're hitting pretty hard and fast here with this Nature's Prophet.
It's a lot of time still for that Doom, 50 seconds.
I mean, PMA can look for a horn toss into the skewer soon, so Tundra do have to respect the fact that the play's there for the Magnus.
Let's see what they get. Satanic for Crystallis.
He's going to be able to grab one of them. Disruptions there in time. Niku's back up in a second. They'll get the Shockwave. A lot of burst here with the Chakram as well. Right on the Lotus as well onto BZM. He's fine with the Tombstone.
Great disruptions from Saksa. This Blink plus Lens.
Tier 4s are gone. Ancient's now exposed. PMA in with another jump. Gets the Shockwave and his Skewer back into the Hex. They've got the burst to bring him down. Maybe not there. The Soul Repeals comes in. Doesn't matter. Explosions there for Niku to finish off 33. So what they can go for now. Toby won't be able to defend his Tombstone. And almost certainly just be the sacrificial lamb here, buying space for the rest of Tundra to get out of there. And indeed, Navi have to try and chase, but the rest of Tundra should be able to safely escape.
Great
damage done. They take the mid set of racks, they get the 2 tier 4s.
Very nice disengage, only losing these 2. I thought perhaps they might get one more if the Glimpse was able to connect, but not the case. Crystallis now has hit level 25. TP is going to be all over the place. He can be everywhere. And they had to literally bring them into the fountain to be able to hold on to this game for now. Navi need to have a much better attempt at execution for these team fights, because so far, Crystallis has just been able to stand his ground. Stand way too strong. He's just never getting caught inside of it now. And all it really takes, that one fight. And look at the graph. Kind of tells the tale a lot of this game. Things were slowly building up. Navi maybe getting an inch of hope, and then wham!
Zayats. He's going to get the Serpent Wards down.
He has the gem. It's a big kill.
Backup's coming in from Niku. But yeah, Zayats is gone. And now Niku's got to be careful himself around Crystallis.
Niku.
The disruption set up on a Riddies. Riddies also to fall. Easy kills here for Crystallis to clean up.
And Tundra Saksa can just go down and pick up that gem that was dropped from earlier.
And now they're ready to push in.
Another TP. Looking for more.
Oh, that burst shot. BZM. They'll get the catch on Niku. Crystallis is ready to just TP into the base. They get the Horn Toss. Skew as well. It's not quite enough to drag him into the fountain, though. Get him ever so close. Not quite in range. Got the juice, steps in. Infernal Blade dropped down onto Crystallis, but they have to respect the fact there's still that Aegis to burst through it.
Keep an eye on that skewer.
PMA, has he got any play in time here? BKB's out from Crystallis. Chance for a skewer.
Niku's in.
He's getting in very aggressive. He's pretty low here on the Timber Saw. I'm pushing Tundra back for now. Still about 20 seconds or so until they'll have both supports back in the game, Navi.
They have this, this ward, they now know it's there because that Wrath of Nature that bounced through, but it's seeing everything. They'll be able to get the D ward here. Oh, wait, is that right out of the range? It is.
Oh, PMA off the mark.
Oh no, they got it. Just kidding.
Get the Horn Toss.
BZM.
As they jump BZM. He's able to get the Burrow Strike combo straight away on a PMA. PMA will get the BKB and the skewer off. He'll get himself over the Ancient. Trying to get away from these epi hits. It's so low, but he's not going to survive. Crystallis gets in, finishes him off. There's no threat. The Magnus dragging them into the fountain now with him dead for a minute. Look at the shackles on Crystallis, but Crystallis can just stand his ground as the lockdown comes to an end. The takeout got the juice. Niku just trying to push back against the supports, but Toby's able to heal up. They're stacking up the damage onto the Timber. Niku has to get out of his own base. He can't hold the defense for now. Crystallis onto the Ancient, ready to close this one up. As Navi, they had the fortification, but just with the 3 of them, have they got any way of stopping this Nature's Prophet? I don't think they do. Zayats, he's going to try. He's in with the Hex and the Serpent Wards and the Shackles, but the defensive disruptions there from Saksa. Without their carry, without their offlane, Navi, they cannot get them off the throne. This game, it's over. GG is called. Tundra will take game 2 and push this series to a game 3.
An appropriate game 3. Much, much better game from Tundra this time around. Navi, couple little sloppiness, definitely adding up in this one. Some spells that perhaps they didn't need to throw onto some targets. And then just really that bottom fight, which wasn't really even too much of a fight, actually. It was Toby just getting the jump in, starting Crystallis getting that sprout, which led them to get the Roshan and get this huge advantage to snowball in it.
Yeah, no, both times kind of seen the carries get to show off, right? We had the game 1, this anti-mage from got the juice. This game 2, Crystallis giving a pretty perfect performance on the Nature's Prophet, doing everything necessary. And I will say as well, when it comes to the picks and the draft, that Bristle ended up working out very nicely.
It was beautiful.
In terms of getting these objectives, especially in those early bits of the game where things were kind of close, it did allow them to stack up with the Goo, get that Roshan, get the Tormentor, which got that shard timing. It all worked out and fell into place very, very nicely for them. And yeah, we're getting a game 3, Fox.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, thankfully we are. I know we've had a lot of game 3s today, and it's been a pretty long one for only having 3 best-of-3s in the day.
I mean, both days have been pretty insane. The amount of Dota and the quality of Dota has been probably what some of the best for the first 2 days of a road to TR.
No, absolutely. And this game, I would say, for Tundra, I really liked the way that they adapted and made their early game so much stronger and better. I think this might be one of the better early games I've seen from them in this tournament. Rather than them playing in some recovery mode, it was them just ready to fight at almost all times.
Yeah, and BZM, sure, kind of in the mid-game, a few times they were able to catch him out, but at the end, he really pulled it back together. Yep. And definitely showed, as we saw in the draft, it seemed like Navi felt that this was not going to be a mid-sanking. They were banning out these other mids, considering that BZM didn't maybe want to play it to this Timbersaw matchup. And we saw at the end it didn't matter. BZM able to get these jumps onto the Timber specifically and have enough damage to set up for these final few plays. We see it here. This was the big one, honestly. Catching PMA and bringing him as low as he was. If PMA was able to survive this, Navi, they probably would have been able to hold on because they would have had that chance for these Horn Toss RP skewers into Fountains. But with him dead, with no buyback, their hopes were over.
Yeah, their hopes were really over. Honestly, like that the whole bottom thing that led to that Roche was just, it was so disastrous for Got the Juice. It's like he's online, he has all his items, and he just gets sprouted and he's stuck in trees and just dies and does next to nothing. So, yeah, well played from Tundra, and yeah, an appropriate game 3 for sure. And this might have been, it's so funny, this might have been one of the faster games on a 36-minute game. It's one of the faster games of the tournament.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong about that. What's actually been the fastest game? I think maybe
we've had like a 20-minute, right?
In the series over on the mainstream that we just have, right? Some of those games probably shut down pretty quickly.
Probably, yeah. We do believe so. We've had a couple 30-minuters for sure, but still, a 36-minute here, pretty fast one, even though there's a crazy amount of farm in this and some level 25s. Either way, this time,